Hey guys, this is D900. Just got done final testing the settings creator, I believe, and I think it's ready to be put in the first post with a video. So, without further ado, here is the new version. First off, this doesn't have to be in your Hyperspin directory. Preferably, why wouldn't you put it in there? But it's going to ask you right off the bat if it is or not. If you push yes, it's just going to go on and do what it does. If not, it's going to ask you to choose your Hyperspin directory. Okay, and this is the first screen you will get. This is the System Select tab. It's going to read your media folder, and then any systems you have media for, it's going to pop up in this list here. So, seeing that this works off your wheel images, and if you don't have wheel images for the system, and don't have media set up, it's not going to be in here. So, make sure you have your wheel images for the system you want to create the settings file for. So, let's jump right into PC games. It's going to ask you where the PC games directory is. Fill that out, because next time if you open this up again and come into PC games, it's never going to ask you again, because it's going to create a section in the settings file letting it know where that directory is. Okay, this is the edit create screen. You can go back and forth, just pick a new system. There's no more refreshing. But it shows you, this is no longer selectable. That's your wheel folder. There's no way around it. That's your modules folder. You can create text again, optional. This will show you your default folder. If you didn't pick a game folder, it's going to tell you that you need to assign a folder to create text in if you still want to do that. If you don't choose a game dir, it's just going to be more clicking to get to your game directory, basically, when it comes time to choose your executable and whatnot. The edit all games, that's the same as before. Oh yeah, there's a help on both of these. It'll help you kind of give you an idea what each button does. The options, again, these work with the edit all games and the edit game, and this game list works with the edit game button, and the key list works with both. This is going to show you the current value that you have. So right now I don't have anything. I don't have anything made. Another thing was in the last version, parameters, like I just totally left that out. I left the option to put them in there, but when you went to get your fade title, it wouldn't run the game with the parameters. So now that's something that's fixed. And here I got a game that takes parameters to show you that. We're just going to edit this full game here. I'm not going to do the whole list. The edit game or edit all games works exactly like this, except for it will just loop through all the games you have wheel images for. Let's put in the hypnotic parameters here. Okay. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see the game pop up or not. The recorder I use, it's kind of funky. Sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, this is the same fade title as before. You got to push the star on the numpad when the window shows up, and it will come back to this. So yeah, we're gonna run that. Wait for the game window to pop up, and I'll let it load just to make sure. That's yep, that's the definitely using the parameter. See, it won't just pop up right away and tell you that the game's not closed. If it doesn't close, it's got a couple other things it's going to try to do before it tells you that. And as you can see, that one didn't want to close right away, but the script still ended up closing it for me, so I didn't have to mess with anything. And now if I check, you see my values are all filled in there. Parameters. Now, to use the edit key, like if you wanted your fade title, this is just going to open up directly to fade title. It's going to open the game for you, so you're going to want to have your path and your executable filled out. If you need to fill out the path, it's going to open up a box like this. Go find the Quake. There it is. There's the path. And the executable, that works the same way. But some of these, like the parameters, you don't really need to open up anything separate. You just put the new value in here and then hit edit key. It'll change it. Pre-launch, it's going to open up to get an executable. The sleep time is something you can just, it'll tell you right here in this box whether to put the key here or if it's going to open up something separate. Like fade title, it's going to tell you to push edit key to get fade title. Exit key, it's going to say insert new value here and then push edit key. So we'll do that. We'll put when close, edit the key, and there you go. It's perfect. Worked. I wouldn't recommend using this. I mean, you can use it to fill out a full game, but if you're gonna just do all the entries for a game, just do edit game, and then this is more for later editing if you need something changed. And then down here, something new as well. You can open it up to view your settings file. This is just telling you to make sure you close Notepad when you're done. So if you really want to do some manual stuff, you can get right in here and do your manual stuff here. Save it, and then so if you came back in here and checked out the sleep, it would show you that I put in. So now I'm just going to change that back to blank. There you go. And oh yeah, there's no more refresh button either. I'll show you that here. Switch over to PopCap. I gotta tell it where the directory is because I haven't did this yet. Okay. Yeah, it just fills the box with the actual games. You don't have to push refresh to empty these out or empty any of this out. When you choose a new system, it will refresh everything for you. Other than that, I think that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and any suggestions, feel free. But there it is. There's the new version. Thanks.